everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new comedy movie just dropped on Netflix called Senior Year, and it is starring Rebel Wilson and it is directed by Alex Hardcastle. So Rebel Wilson, who made a headline recently, because she used to be, I guess, a fat comedian, then she lost all this weight and now she looks very different, very unrecognizable. I think she looks really good. And good for her losing all this weight. How is this movie? I actually really enjoyed this movie. I don't know why this movie has such a low rating on Rotten Tomatoes score. I see the audience score is high, probably because it is very enjoyable movie. Overall, this movie does have a good message overall, I thought. Especially about the time frame she is from, Stephanie. In this movie, we see 17 years old Stephanie, who is a cheerleader in this movie, but when she has this accident, she falls into 20 years coma. After waking up after 20 years coma, she is basically this 17 years old teen she's stuck into, 37 years old woman's body. So after waking up from this coma, she tried to get back to her life, which was in high school in this movie, and she learns a lot of stuff after going to high school. That she learns that a lot of change since then, after 20 years. So this movie tried to do back and forth between these two times, how life was in 20 years ago and how life is in current life, where cell phone, Instagram, influencer are big thing. This movie tried to touch that. Also, this movie tried to tell her that once she thought being prom queen will, in this movie, she thought being prom queen will solve all her problem, but isn't. In one scene, Alicia Silverstone, she has a guest cameo in this movie, and I really like that scene when she comes here and tells her girl, being a prom queen is not everything. You should go to college, finish college, and graduate from college, you will have a good life. I really like that, the way she tell that to her. And overall, this movie, I thought it did have a good message, and it is very interesting watch. It's not very deep or anything. It is very predictable. The plot is very predictable, I agree. And she tried to do some, because it is starring Rebel Wilson, people expect her to do some body comedy, which she does it in this movie. She jumps off car and she does a lot of stuff. Some of them will work, some of them does not work, of course, like everything else. But overall, it is very enjoyable movie, I would say. It's not bad. It's definitely not as bad as other Netflix movie. That's what I was thinking when I was watching, and I was like, oh, this movie is pleasantly, surprisingly, actually, I was having good time, and I was like, ooh, very interesting. So I don't know. Do I have anything bad to say about this movie? The only bad thing about this movie is the plot is very predictable. And in this movie, you see she has this childhood friend, and his name is Seth. And the minute you meet Seth, that she's gonna end up with him. That is very predictable, I suppose. But although the story goes different way, this and this, and there is also Justin Hartley. He's also in this movie. Overall, I had a good time watching it, honestly. I have nothing bad to say, as I was saying. Beside this storyline, it is very predictable. Overall, I feel like this movie does have a good message. Go finish your high school, go to college, get a good job. You will have a better life than just, being prom queen, being popular in school. These things are not important. This movie tried to make comment on that. That is what I think. And also, this movie tried to say a lot of stuff oh, no, you can't say that, you can say that. Yeah, I don't know why some people are not liking this movie. I thought I had an okay time, and that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to share my other reviews on other Netflix movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.